Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about visibility. And visibility is like you seeing me here on YouTube. What about social media? Facebook? What about Instagram? What about TikTok? What about LinkedIn? Visibility is how we get seen in our businesses. But I want you to know it's also a belief. It is a belief that if you feel that, because let's face it, there's been a little viral post going around that Facebook is limiting your posts, your videos, whatever, from 2 to 9%. That's the only amount of people that are seeing you on Facebook. So if you're running a business like myself on Facebook, that is what they're saying. Now, I want you to not take that on as a belief, right? Why would you want to take that on as a belief? Visibility is you, right? And it's your niche. It's honing into that niche. And even though I say you are your brand, it is still finding the niche that works for you. And you can look at so many people out there in the world, right? Successful people doing great, but you never know how successful they are, right? We don't know anyone's business. You can't see their bank accounts. You don't know where they are. But I want you to see yourself as the successful CEO, as you are. Doesn't matter what kind of business you are running, entrepreneur online, entrepreneur, business owner. It has no difference in this world today, because I think even business owners are now using social media, right? Because who does it? It is part of the world that we got used to through COVID for 3 years. So everyone became on social media, which welcome. I mean, the YouTube channels popping up is incredible, right? Everyone's now popping everything up to YouTube. And thank you, all my followers and people that have subscribed. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. And really make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Comment what you're liking, what you're not liking, so I know we can really, this channel, start to really have a beautiful community. The community is really important to me. I think, that's one thing I look at that I've really thought about is the community that I am building. And not that I want to say building, it's a community is really important in life, right? Let's face it, I work from home. So community, it's not like I go to a job. So my community is all of you, right? My community is all my Facebook people. And in my beautiful Facebook group, which if you would love to be in that, it's the Millionaire Identity. And it is down below in the subscription in my bio there. And that is growing. And it's got a beautiful, beautiful group of women in there. And that community is really important to me. And I mean, that's where I build my majority of my community is on my Facebook, but you guys as well. So it'll help the channel grow, and it'll, keep letting me know what works here and what you like, so I can make the content that is helping you as well in this online platform world, right? And manifestation, of course. So I want to go into the manifestation now. So when we have thoughts, they become things. So if you have a thought that you are not being seen, that Facebook is only showing your profile 2 to 9%, then that is a belief. So how well would that work out for you? I don't think I'd want to take that on. I took it on for a second and I went, no, I'm not going to take that on. But there is a part of Facebook that wants people to do ads, right? They want you to spend money with them. So when you do ads, you are being seen more. That is a fact, right? Even if you're doing ads on YouTube, you're going to be seen more. You're going to have more followers. You're going to have more people coming in, right? So I am so grateful because I haven't done any ads yet here. And, but my channel is growing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I'm going to go out of manifestation. I'm going to go into running a business and having a CEO mindset, because the mindset is so important behind any kind of business, right? So when I think about, 3 years ago when I started, it's longer than that. Isn't time just going around? So in 2019, it was 2020 that I started online. And I just, posted, somebody wanted me to do fitness and I got into it. And the business was super easy. It came with flow, got clients because I had a warm market. And then when you talk about, 2 years later, when I was in the end of that business and not feeling like the love anymore, energetically, alignment, I was not feeling her. It had a lot to do with my identity, because your identity, we have to grow as people every day, right? We're growing all the time. So I want you to remember. So for me, I started that identity as a coach in wellness and fitness and weight loss from not really knowing who I was yet, right? I was still trying to find myself. I didn't know. I was under the old name. I still was living in the old house. I had a lot of old stuff in there. So of course, my business wasn't growing. There was a sign behind all of that. I thought it was me. I wasn't enjoying it though either, right? I wasn't enjoying talking about putting photos of me on there, like, in clothes, showing my body. It's not me. So I was out of alignment with who I was becoming. And this is the identity. This is how we move through identities, and how I've moved through them so fast. I must have been through one a year since I am here. And even this year already, I've gone through 2 different identities that fast. Yep. So the more that you start understanding identity work and your self-concept to who you are and who you would love to be in your grandest self and version of you, you start to really flow quickly through things. So when I think back of that entrepreneur business, I was not confident in myself. I didn't feel enough. I didn't feel self-love, and nothing was starting to work because I wanted more, and I had to fall out of that identity. And for me, it was also the business. I was afraid to change that business, but I said, I just couldn't do it anymore. I hung on to that business for 1 year. I struggled in that business for 1 year. I think I made like $80,000 that year. Okay. Because there was a block. I'd get clients, and then clients would like stop working with me because they didn't want to do the work. Now it was just like it felt like a struggle. Let's be honest, right? Like, people don't do the work. It's frustrating as a coach and a mentor. Now I don't worry about that. That's not my job, right? But it showed you who I was back then, to know that this business and who I was then wasn't working. So think about it in your own life. Like, there's parts of your life, maybe it is your job, maybe it is your online presence right now that's not feeling good. The money's not coming in. I'm talking to a woman right now, and she's just all over the shop. She doesn't know who she is, her self-concept to identity. It's just like, wow, right? And when you're in that, how are you going to make money? You're so confusing. You're so confused, right? So who are you? What do you want? What is your desire of your grandest self now? The millionaire identity exists in all of us if you choose to want it and be it. To have $1 million in 8 months is possible if you choose to go through it and move in all of those opportunities that are helping you get there, right? It doesn't come with just sitting back and being and acting the same way. You've got to make different choices in your life if you want different things. So the identity shifted so fast once I left that house, once I sold that house, once I changed my name. It was like, hello, because I was still kind of, I made excuses. Like, we all do this, right? We make excuses for something. I kept saying, but that name is attached to my business. It's everything. And it was. I had that name for 20 years. So when you go to change your name back, it is a big job. Passports, driver's license, health insurance, like you name it. It was like everything, right? I still found something. That took almost a year to get my name changed. So I just had to nip at it little bit by little bit because the job was big with a lot of energy. So when you are changing your identity, it can take a while if you believe it to be. I changed my identity pretty fast, but there is a but. But to be her took a little bit of time because I kept wobbling. And that's your old brain, right? It's that wobble. It's like, oh no, keep her safe. Don't do that. Right. And this is where, when you start really understanding and start moving through it, you will start to act differently. So if you are, have an interior, I've got a lot of women at the moment like that have businesses, interior designer, real estate, and you're wanting to sell property or wanting to design a house, right? And really give that client, the needs bees. It's the energy and your belief in it, but but there's a when you get your ideal clients, they will allow you to do it all because they want you, they trust you already. And that is the niche. And then it's just a matter of figuring out like what their budget is, right? And same when you're selling a house, like is it a seller who really is wanting to sell? Is it a buyer who's ready to sell and buy? Right? Those are the choices, is when they are ready, or are they just not sure and they're not telling you. That is part of their identity, part of them moving through. So, and an online space, right? Your identity is everything, the way you show up, the way that you are being. And I've kind of lost track. So visibility, you're here for visibility. Visibility is showing all little bit parts of you, right? Running a business, and we have a life as well. And as a soulpreneur, right? That's like one person, soulpreneur, working from home. You really want to show all entities, so that starts building trust as well. And what I do know is that if you believe that you are successful 100% and you can see it done, that is the magic. That is the identity, that you are in the higher state of you. And when you believe it and you trust it and you embody it, that's when everything starts turning all around. The clients, the money, the opportunities will start coming in, because you want to be seen in more areas. So listen to that when you are wanting to be seen more and having more visibility. Like, what are you? And you've got to slow down to see it. You can't keep rushing around in life, because then you're missing all the opportunities that could be there. So that's a really big part about really coming back into having that bit of meditation to quiet that mind, slow yourself down, to get into a calm state, to be open to receive. That's like, for me, it is my running. It's like this piece for me. Running is my meditation. I get so many things, like emails. I've worked on email sequences in there, and then come home and gotten a whole sales page done, because I was in flow. And that's the way we should be working all the time, in that beautiful ease of flow, and knowing exactly what our next step is, and not having to question it or think that it shouldn't be done. When you're in flow, it just all works out. It's all in flow. You go from one step to the next step, and it's all beautiful and unfolding for you. And that is the beautiful part of manifestation, of allowing and receiving, being open to receive and doing those actions. So I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful video. Pop down below. Let me know if you're being seen. What's your belief around that? And if it's helping you in your business and in your life. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love you all. Bye.